Hello, fellow colleagues. This is Joel Salinas, and this is for Education 5306. Um, I'm going to be talking about an application that I used during my undergraduate studies, and it's called Notability. First of all, the way to download it is you go to the App Store and you type in Notability. This application cost I think about $7, but I had purchased it already. So as you can see, it says open, but all you do is download it. If you decide to buy it, it's well worth it. For a while I had replaced my notes with this application, or my notebook with this application, and I just carried around this iPad, but it has proven to be more useful for other applications besides that of just note taking. I think you can organize a classroom with or a lesson with this and just show it off to your students and get them more involved with the use of the iPad altogether. Just a little more hands-on, and get to show them some pictures, and you actually get to take notes with your hands sometimes. Um, it's up to you, honestly. You can record your voice, or if you're in a classroom and a student or a teacher just lets you record the voice, you can incorporate that in your notes for a specific subtopic. We're going to go ahead and open the app. The app is pretty simple. I like the fact that they lay everything out that you need in the home page. As you can see, I don't have any notes because I made sure that I start from fresh, or from the beginning, because everyone else that sees this tutorial will be seeing it the same way as I am right now. As you can see, there's an edit button at the top and a little square with the arrow, which lets you share. The plus sign allows you to create subjects and dividers so you can organize your notes. And there's a search function so you can search all of your notes. Just in case you typed every bit of your note, it'll create a pool of everything, including your search. Here you can download with this little square with the arrow facing down on the top right corner. You can download or import your notes from Dropbox, Google Drive, and all these other applications. What we're going to do today is we're going to start some notes on my favorite topic so far, the planets. Let's go ahead and see how this application can be used. So we're given the option of the date as our notes, and we can change this. Let's name it Learning the Planets. As you can see, the top part has a little text button that you can press, that I keep pressing at the very middle on the top. And then there's a little crayon looking thing. You can actually select the colors by holding this button. You can check the thickness of how you want to write, the color, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave it this way so you can kind of see the color. So I'm gonna leave it in red so it can pop out. You can use a highlighter function like this, and you can just delete it. So eraser, you can cut, you can go back to just scrolling with this little hand figure. Next to the little hand figure, there's a little microphone, and you can use that to incorporate any little notes that you want to add that might help you cue into your lesson, or it might help you remember important details about your notes in that particular section. I specifically use that function for my endocrinology class because there was so much to cover in endocrinology, um, that I asked for permission from the professor to record his lecture, and I was allowed to, and I used this to go over my notes and review any missing spots and fill in any missing spots in my notes. Um, that's very useful, and depending if your professor lets you, it can definitely help you study for your exams. Um, but for the purpose of the classroom, I believe if someone's doing a project, um, and they want to remember what they want to add to a project or something, they can do a quick note with their voice, like a voice memo, and that way, they can remember. Well, they can remember what they were doing. More, it's a lot better to hear your voice than to read your notes and say, what was I really thinking? Next to that, there's a little plus sign, and we've already discussed this. Actually, we haven't. This is where you can upload the media. For the sake of this instructional, I prepared a folder under the photos that has the planets, and you'll be able to either take a picture, use figures, um, or put stickies or web clips. For now, we're going to go ahead and go with the planets. Start with Mercury, the first planet from the sun. And as you can see, it's very easy just to drag and drop, drag and drop. Very easy. And you can just go ahead and put a description. Or we can use our little pen. We can change the font if we want. It's really easy. Let's just use Bakersville. And let's say closest planet to the sun. Great. We're all done. All done with Mercury. Go back. Let's go ahead and add the next planet. Well, we can actually add a caption, even though it already has one from the originator of the picture. We can say let me see, we can use text. Let's say that it's in between Mercury and Earth. And the next one, we'll just use the last picture of Earth. We can go ahead and move this one down, make this one a little more important than the others since we live on it. We can use this. And we can make it a little more fun. than our regular notes. Oops. Go ahead and delete that. Go back to our finger. And now, this is planets. We can go back and we can, let's say, we want to make another set of notes named, oops, I'm going to make another set of notes named planets after Earth. And let's add the picture of Mars. Let's change the font. Underline, or we don't need to underline it. We can just change the font. Looks a little more interesting. And we can put Mars is rusty looking, and there is current research being done by a rover, which is true. And we're going to add, let's say we want to add a sticky. Just a little side note. This is how little stickies look on the app. I'm pretty sure that you can find a way to incorporate the stickies for side notes and stuff like that. Let's add another picture. Here's Jupiter. Can't see. There's Jupiter. Oops. And let's say we want to go to another page. We can go to another page. We can actually change the picture or the background of the paper. Let's say we want to make it like cork looking, and we want to add grids. We can use this grid. Of course, we can use it to make graphs a lot easier. Let's say we're doing some kind of research and it involves some, you want to do some bar graphs, line graphs, etc. It's a lot easier to make it happen with grids. So much easier. Or we can make a line graph. For math. Parabola. Let's say that was our second page. We're going to go back and we say, okay, well, these are the planets, and they're segregated of just planets and planets after Earth. And we can combine them by subject. Let's say this was sixth or fifth grade science. You can throw it into the folder. And now you have your fifth grade science notes in one little section. You can just go back to them. Oops.